Okay, here we go with page 2 on the Decimal Test Part 1 Study Guide. So now we're going to add and subtract some decimal numbers. I'm going to write my numbers down, making sure that I line up the decimal points. Doesn't matter how long those numbers are. What matters with adding and subtracting is that I line up my decimal points. I've got a nice grid here to help me keep my columns in order. 9 plus 5 is 14. Put down my 4, carry my 1. I go ahead and place my decimal point now so I don't forget about it later. 8 and 2 is 10 plus 1 is 11. So our answer to our first problem should be 11 and 4/10. Next one is the subtraction problem. We want to make sure we pay attention to whether we're subtracting or adding. That's one of the harder things about addition and subtraction. 29 and 54/100 minus 9 and 3/10. Again, please note that I'm lining up the decimal points, not the numbers, not the digits. So I'm going to add a 0 here because I've got an empty spot, and we can always add zeros to the end of decimal numbers. Remember that I'm subtracting. 4 minus 0 is 4. 5 minus 3 is 2. Bring down my decimal point. 9 minus 9 is 0. And 2 minus nothing, or 0, is 2. So my answer should be 20 and 24/100. Okay, now I'm going to shift on to multiplying. Now with multiplying, I don't care about lining up the digits at all, and I always drop off those front zeros. It makes my life easier if I don't have those in my problem. We put the longer digit number on the top and the shorter digit number on the bottom. It'll make our work less. All right, 8 times 3 is 24. Put down my 4, carry my 2. 3 times 6 is 18, and 2 more is 20. Now to place my decimal point, I count how many numbers behind the decimal point in both numbers in the problem. 3 doesn't have any, but 6 and 8 do. So there are 2 total numbers behind the decimal point in the problem, 2 total numbers behind the decimal point in the answer. And so my answer is 2 and 4/100. All right, now I'm on to 84 and 65/100 times 4 and 4/10. All right, so 4 times 5 is 20. I'm ignoring those decimal points, don't care about those till the end. 4 times 6 is 24, and 2 more makes that 26. Carry my 2. 4 times 4 is 16, and 2 more is 18. Carry my 1. 4 times 8 is 32, and 1 more is 33. Add a 0 because I'm moving on to the next digit to the left. 4 times 5 is 20. Carry my 2. 4 times 6 is 24, and 2 more. It's 26. Carry my 2. 4 times 4 is 16 plus 2 is 18. Carry my 1. And then 4 times 8 is 33 plus 1, 32 plus 1 is 33. And of course, those numbers just repeated, but bumped over one digit because we were multiplying by 4 again. So 0 plus 0 is 0. 6 plus 0 is 6. 8 plus 6 is 14. Put down my 4, carry my 1. 8 and 4 is 11. Carry my 1. 3 and 3 is 6, and 1 is 7. And then we bring our 3 down there. I did something wrong there, didn't I? 8, 9, 10, 11. This one should have been 12. Sorry. I added 3, I think, instead of 4. Alrighty. And then we place our decimal point. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Total of 3 numbers behind the decimal point in the problem. Total of 3 numbers behind the decimal point in the answer. So my answer should be 372 and 46. We can drop that 0/100. Okay, now I've got a little problem to solve here. So Emery ran 3 days in a row. The first day she ran 7 and 5,200 miles. The second day she ran 5 and 355,000 miles. And the third day she ran 2 and 100 miles. How many did she run all together? So of course our key there is all together. That tells us that we're going to want to know the total. We're going to add those. Here are the 3 numbers that we want to add. And so I'm going to stack them up, making sure I stack up the decimal points. I can add zeros here just to make my numbers even. And now I'm adding. All right, 0 plus 0 plus 5 is 5. 5 and 3 is 8. 5 and 3 is 8 again. Bring down the decimal point. We've got 5, 7, and 7 give us 14. So she ran 14 and 885 thousandths total miles. 14 and 885 thousandths total miles. All right, guys, that's page 2. Go ahead and watch this as often as you need to. I am going to stop the video and move on to page 3.